Hey everybody, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to take a look at some Paul Gilbert style kind of string skipped arpeggio patterns. Now he uses this kind of thing predominantly in a song called Scarified when he was with Racer X. But I've written this kind of little etude for you to practice the technique with. But it's basically going to be the same pattern done over and over again, just taken across different arpeggio shapes. Okay, so let's get right into it. First of all, let's learn the pattern. We're going to start by just taking this D major arpeggio here, and we're going to the notes of a D major arpeggio are D, F sharp, and A. So you'll notice that all these notes are one of those three notes. So we're going to start here at the 14th fret with your pinky, and we're going to pull off to the 10th fret. And then we're going to come down to the 3rd string, so we're going to skip the 2nd string, and we're going to pull off from 14 to 11. From there, we're going to play the 12th fret on the D string with your 2nd finger. And that's the D note. So we have... Then we're going to go back up by picking the 11 and hammering on the 14 on the G string, and then hammering the 10 to the 14 on the high E. So we have. So that's the arpeggio shape. Now let's take a look at the pattern that I'm playing in this video. We're going to be doing stopping basically on this note, the D on the high E string. Now the picking is very important here, so you can follow the picking while I'm doing the video, but it's also going to be on the tablature. So make sure you download the tablature to this. You'll see the link to the tablature in the video's description. So I'm always picking in the direction of the next string that I'm going to be picking. So that makes it real economical. So we're going to be an upstroke and pull on the 14 and pull off to 10. Then upstroke on the 14 on the 3rd string and pull off to 11. Now a downstroke on the 12 on the D string, back into a downstroke for the G string. So we have 2 downstrokes in a row there. And then an upstroke here on the 10, because now we're going to do the pattern a little bit differently. We're going to start from the bottom note. So basically we play it that way once, and then starting from the bottom. So starting from the bottom now, the same notes, but we have downstroke on the D, on the 12th fret on the D string, then downstroke the 11 on the G string, hammer onto the 14, downstroke again into on the 12, and then pick an upstroke to pull off 14 to 12, then upstroke, pull off to 11. Now, actually that last one, if you're going to end on that, that's the end of the pattern. You can do an upstroke there, but since the pattern continues by going back and starting on the 1st string, as you'll see in the tablature, that you probably want to end that with a downstroke. So that'll take us back to the top. So here's that pattern, those 2 patterns put together. Okay, so what I've done in this little etude is I started, I'll do one arpeggio pattern with a descending pattern. Then I move to a different arpeggio for the ascending one, and then I'll just repeat that. Now descending, then ascending, then descending, ascending, descending, ascending. So you get the point. All right, so let's go through the notes real quickly. Now, I'm going to go kind of fast because you can just follow along with the tablature here. but I would recommend getting the pattern down just over one shape, just of like this D major shape. Okay, so just doing kind of stuff like that, staying in one position and not having to jump around, just to get the picking pattern and the style down, and then you can go through the arpeggios. So we have that opening D major arpeggio descending pattern on it. So that's the descending pattern. Remember, this is the ascending pattern. So the descending pattern of this D major. Then I'll come down to this B minor arpeggio shape. So the ascending pattern with your, so the notes are always going to be on the same strings, same numbers of notes on the strings too, and same pickings. I'm just going to call it the notes. We have the 9th fret on the D string, then hammer on 7 to 11 on the G, and then 7 and 10 on the high E. Then jump up to this shape. This is an E minor arpeggio shape, and we have the descending pattern, and the notes are going to be the 15th and the 12th fret on the high E, 16 and 12 on the G string, and then the 14th fret on the D string. Now we'll come up to this G major arpeggio. So we have the ascending pattern. That's going to be the 17th fret on the D string, and then hammering from the 16th to the 19th fret on the G, and then hammering from the 15th fret to the 19th fret on the high E. All right. Now we have a descending pattern. This one is going to be a D major arpeggio, but it's going to be in first inversion. So you see the bottom note is going to be an F sharp, a little bit different. So we have pulling, the notes are going to be pulling off from 17 to 14 on the high E, then 19 to 14, big stretch on the G string, and then 16th fret on the D string. So the descending pattern on that. Then the same E minor arpeggio we did earlier, but this time with the ascending pattern. Then the same D major arpeggio we had before, same descending pattern too. Then we have a diminished pattern here. Okay, this is going to be a C sharp diminished pattern. So we have, that shape is going to be the 11th fret here on the D string, hammer 9 to 12 on the G, and 9 to 12 on the high E. Then we come back down to the B minor arpeggio that we did before. This time, instead of the ascending pattern though, it's going to be the descending pattern on that B minor arpeggio. Then jump down to the G major arpeggio. It's basically the octave of what we did here. So just take that down an octave. So the 5th fret, 4 to 7, and 3 to 7 there, ascending pattern. Then the descending pattern of the A major shape. That A major shape is going to be 9 to 5 on the East high E, 9 to 6 on the G, down to 7 on the D. Now we got the that diminished shape again, back here in the second position. The notes are going to be the 4th fret on the D string, hammer 2 to 5 on the G string, and hammer 2 to 5 on the high E. Then move it up 3 frets and do the same pattern, but in the descending pattern. But the same exact notes, the same exact shape in the left hand. We're doing this kind of crawling up and diminished, like a lot of he'll do or Yngwie will do a lot. Then move up 3 more frets and do the ascending pattern of the diminished. 3 more frets, descending pattern. 3 more frets, ascending pattern. And then 3 more frets, descending pattern. And then we're going to end it with the ascending pattern of that G major arpeggio that we did earlier. And just come all the way down and end it on that low G. Okay? So slowly put all those notes together, but be sure to get the pattern down first, and then slowly start going through this. I kind of intentionally made it so we're jumping around a lot, trying to make it a little bit difficult, the etude. But as you're getting the actual part down, the pattern down, just stay in one spot on one arpeggio, so you get the descending and ascending going back and forth with one another, and then start taking it through the arpeggio shapes, and just slowly ramp it up to speed. Okay? Hope you guys have fun with it. Please go to guitarlessons365.com and let me know what other types of lessons you would like to see. Okay? I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.